I mean, car washing, it's an experience, right? So if you're gonna do it, might as well really enjoy doing it. So we just got done washing our car, and we just finished our video on the Liquidator, I'm sorry, on the Rag Company versus Thor wash mitts. So the Ultra Cyclone 10 versus the Wash Boss. So we're gonna have a link to that video. Make sure you check that one out. But today's video is gonna be on the new Liquidator M22 drying towel. So we're gonna see if we can dry this whole vehicle with just this towel. So we've used it once before, a great towel. We're gonna give you a couple specs on this guy. It's a 20 by 20, 2200 GSM towel, 70-30 twist. It's definitely a soft towel, it's got some weight to it. It's got the nice kind of weighted, thicker edges, as you can see right here. So 20 by 20. So if you go onto the Rag Company's website, it's $22, right? Then you also have to hit a certain amount for free shipping, things like that. If you go to Amazon, it is $21.95 with free shipping. So going on Amazon, it's actually cheaper and you get it faster. So our main go-to is the big boy Liquidator right here. So some specs on this guy, we're gonna pull that one out. Give us a second. So this guy is $32. It's 25 by 36, 1100 GSM. So you can see the size of this one. We love this towel. It's great. We just wanted to add a little smaller one to the mix, right? We're loaded up with drying towels. We love drying towels. So what we're gonna do is, so we have a ceramic coated vehicle, 8-year clean ceramic coating by Pan the Organizer. It's been applied less than a month ago. We just did a foam rinse, foam contact wash. So using Ethos ceramic shampoo. We're gonna hose this off, and then we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna use a drying aid as well. We're gonna use the Stay Strong Detailer drying aid, and then we're gonna use our M22 Liquidator. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna rinse this off, and then we're gonna go to town. You're drying a ceramic coated car or any car that has any type of protection, whether it's like a DIY detail, ceramic gloss, you know, any of those Armor Detail Supply, ceramics, even Griot's has a great 3-in-1 wax. So, but we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna test this on the convertible roof right here. And we did wash this before the first time we used it. This was an Arizona vehicle. It's an 06. Spent most of its life outside in Arizona. We used to use that rag top cleaner and protectant. Stuff is crap. But I'm gonna go on the other side. See, it pulled all that water up pretty easy. We will be protecting this, and we're gonna do that in another video. It's kind of primed, it's wet. I mean, starting to get a little bit of weight to it. So we're gonna jump on the windshield first. Sometimes it is nicer using a smaller towel. I mean, you can feel this thing getting some weight to it pretty good, pretty quick. All right, I'm gonna go to the other side. We did the clean by Pan the Organizer. It's our first time doing a ceramic coating. We did the DIY detail system as far as all the prep stages. I definitely had to do a little more paint correction than I thought, so I went with the wool pad and P&S Rehab. Seemed to work a little bit better than the DIY detail with the gold waffle pad. Making quick work out of this right here. Again, with your drying towels, you don't have to, man, my cameraman's gonna kill me. So I'm not putting any pressure. The nice thing with this being weighted and kind of the weighted edges, it just clings to the paint as you go across it, right? Yes, I didn't do the best job paint correcting. It's not my specialty. So really our first time doing a full polish. But you see that quickly took care of that hood, right? Yes, it is ceramic coated, which makes it easier. Whenever you're doing a car without protection, I mean, the drying process is just a bear, right? But again, washing your car should be a pleasurable experience. So having good quality products actually makes a difference. So our first set of drying towels were the Meguiar drying towels, and we really like them. You know, we got away from like the chamois and those absorbers and stuff like that. These grills, we're gonna use our little Ryobi blower and get those areas out. But you know, you start feeling a little bit of weight to it for sure, but it's still very manageable. Again, it's kind of a cool evening. It's probably right about 80, a little breezy. Sun is going down, not overly hot, so we don't have to really rush or anything like that. And we're just using this spray detailer as a drying lubricant. And then if you're having one of those days where it's a little warm and you're getting some streaks and stuff like that, that's when you go over it at the end with a different set of towels and then a quick detailer. Made really quick work of that. So I got to give kudos to Jeff from Improved Garage. We have our Lake Country pad washer we got because we knew we were going to be paint correcting or paint enhancement on this vehicle. And we have our Mazda CX-5 and our Jeep Wrangler. Not looking forward to doing the Jeep Wrangler at all. But anyway, Jeff has these little tops that he has 3D printed for the top of the Lake Country pad washer. And I ordered one, and Jeff's really easy to deal with. Great guy, love his video. Should definitely check out his channel, Improved Garage. But anyway, he included one of these in the box, which was a pleasant surprise because, you know, I bought some of this from the House of Rags, you know, really about a great cause. I enjoyed it, but it sold out pretty quick. And it turns out because Jeff, I forget how many cases he bought. I mean, there was a lot. He has a video where he has a pyramid of this stuff. Yeah, so this is going great. It just glides right across the paint. Yes, it is ceramic coated. And we did use that Ethos ceramic shampoo. But making quick work. And then with it being smaller, this 20 by 20, very easy to handle. But we are almost done. I don't know if I did the glass on the other side. You know, I like using drying aids, quick detailers, adds a little shine, and you know, you spend all this time doing your paint enhancement, paint correction before your ceramic coating, and you want to preserve all that. So if you can add some lubrication to the surface, you know, that's key. And what I found out, since we've been really getting into, we just detail our own cars, right? Hobbyists, enthusiasts, whatever you want to call us. You know, me and our cameraman used to buy some of the cheap products, like the cheap $20, $30 foam cannon on Amazon, you know, cheaper microfibers and things like that, even the little brushes. Getting higher quality products really don't cost that much more. They make a world of difference. They make the experience that much better. But you see, we made pretty quick work out of this. You know, I'm not the fastest guy, so if I did have my own detailing business, I'd go out of business really quick. But this towel here has a little weight to it, but if we try to wring it out, I can't even wring it out or anything like that. But it's nice being able to dry a whole car with a smaller towel this size, right? Compared to And we love this guy, right? This guy, it's a beast. So when you're coming in, you just got to make sure that you're really holding it and you're not dripping and hitting the side, because we're doing everything outside. You know, so a lot of pebbles, things like that. Love this towel. Best towel that I've used. I love it over the Gauntlet, any of my other things, but this guy right here, she's great. So we decided to add some bonus footage on the Liquid8R M22 because, you know, we tried it on a ceramic coated vehicle. That was pretty small. This time, we're gonna do it on one of the biggest pain in the necks to wash, the dreaded Jeep JL Wrangler. So we just got done washing this. We used the same thing. We used the Ethos ceramic shampoo, right? So this does not have a ceramic coating, but about a month ago we did the Turtle Wax Hybrid Solutions ceramic acrylic black wax. So that's freshly on there. So we're gonna see if we can wash this whole, or I'm sorry, dry this whole Jeep Wrangler with this one Liquid8R M22 blanket. We're gonna continue to use the Stay Strong detailer as our drying aid. We don't have much left in there, so when that runs out, we do have a little bit of McGuire's Gold Class left over. We're just trying to get rid of some of these chemicals. So we're gonna start in the area. We do have a little bit of sun going on right now. So we're gonna start in that area, and then we're gonna do the roof. So we're fast forward through some of this stuff in the video. Then at the end, we're gonna give you our final thoughts on the towel. So follow us through. Watch out for the buckets. And then we're just gonna go to town. So we did like on the Solstice, it was very streak free, really quick passes to go through that. Again, that was ceramic coated. I may have put a little too much of that detailer on here, but again, not applying really any pressure to the towel, just letting it glide along on the paint. The roof is gonna be that's gonna be the teller right there, because these things, the water just sits right there on the roof. So this is a nice thick towel, so you don't have to worry about, you know, folding it and things like that for pressure, but here we're folding for the heck of it. There are a lot of spots in the Jeep, and we're gonna do a dedicated tips and tricks for washing your Jeep. Areas like in here where we're gonna come back with our little Ryobi blower, blow those areas out. But we're gonna try to speed through this quickly. So I feel good about this area. We're gonna jump on the roof. Again, spots like this, we'll go ahead and we'll hit with the blower. All right, here we go. You can see there's a lot of water accumulates on the roof of the Jeep Wranglers. Again, don't go too crazy with your detailer in the sun. We did let some of that Ethos ceramic kind of dry on the paint, and that stuff causes major streaking, but any shampoo will do that. So you can see just with that big plump of water, towel she got heavy quick right there. So we're using our platform ladder. Now I'm on the rear passenger tire. So that's the tough thing with the Jeeps, because it's just, you know, it's flat, and this water, even if it's coated, it just sits on there. So you can have some people say, yeah, we just use a blower to blow it off, things like that. You know, by the time you go through that whole process, you can just pull your drying blanket out and get it all done. You know, even though this is like pretty darn wet right now, we're really not getting streaking. I kind of got to get in here in these rain gutters. Traditionally, we were using the smaller liquidators and the smaller gauntlets, and then we'd come back, like we said, with our quick detailer. So I'm gonna do a little bit of the windshield. I'm on the little ladder. I gotta make sure I don't step off of it. Stiffen, Red Company. They want to send me stuff for free, I'll cut corners. But we paid for this, no cutting corners. Here we go. Gotta step down. Honest reviews. Again, we paid for this towel. Nobody sent this to us. We got it when it first came out. You can see just the drag method, how well it did right there. So that's the drag method. Black paint. Again, it has protection, it just doesn't have a true ceramic coat on it. Here, I'm just dragging it, right? Not putting any pressure on there. We just noticed our windshield wiper blade broke. And doesn't show rain in the forecast, but it sure looks like it wants to. Here I feel like I need to wring this out. Glides right on the paint. Like we said, she does have some weight to it. All right, so we're gonna go to the driver's side now. A front fender, see how we do. Really need to come back with a secondary towel that's dry just to hit some of these marks, things like that. Maybe a couple little drips and drags. But I mean, in essence, if you had to, and you only wanted to have one towel, I mean, you could do the whole car with the new Liquid8R M22, the tank, so they like to call it. So, final thoughts, impressions on this thing. So, I mean, this is black paint, but this guy right here performs really well. We still need to do the front bumper and all that kind of stuff. So if you have a normal size vehicle, a crossover, something like a RAV4, Mazda CX-5, Subaru, anything like that, it'll go right through it. It'd power through our little Pontiac Solstice with ease. Here, the big boy, you know, probably gonna follow up with like one of our smaller little Liquid8R towels or something like that. But otherwise, if you need a really good drying towel and you want something smaller that's not massive, like a giant blanket or a beach towel, hey, give this guy a shot. Liquid8R M22 from the Rag Company. Go out and get yours. Make sure you give us a like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.